everyone, it's me Laura from the Papered Soul. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here to share my latest journal with you, which is a design team project. It's actually a guest design team project for, and I'm going to say her name. I have practiced it. I still might need to practice it some more, but it is Luise Heinzl. Luise Heinzl. And I hope I did okay. So what I did is I created a coffee journal, coffee themed journal, and I used her papers from the Crafty Critters plain ephemera pack, and also her main pages that I used were the vintage coffee journal pages. I will put her information in the description below, so be sure to check that out. I also did add a few from Ellsiebels bookshelf, Orange Summer, to kind of, put a little brightness that coffee makes me think of how it makes us perk up and be bright in the mornings and everything. So kind of just put that little pop of color in. It's very chunky. If I'm not mistaken, I put about 22 pages front and back. That would be 88 pages for the whole journal. And it is 6.5 by 4 3/4 inches. I have decorated it. I've got my little seam binding on the side. I sell that in my shop, and then I have a little flower up here, and here's this pretty image. I have a little, I've done quotes and things like that, and I have a little definition here of cappuccino Italiano, kind of telling you what it is. Little journal spot there, and I've got it tucked up under that little coffee cup there. And so I just thought that was cute for my cover. And then on the back, I did do sewing all around as well. This is a clasp envelope, and I have some of her, I took one of her pages and cut it up and just kind of stuck that on the back for some decoration as well. I believe I used Tim Holtz espresso to color this up, and I have a blue zigzag thread running through. But this is one of her pages, and I shrunk it down, backed it with some other pattern paper. I was gonna put some lace on the spine, but honestly, it has so much going on here. It was just kind of almost like taken away from it, so I didn't really want to do that. So anyway, lots of fun fibers and trims, and so let's just get in and take a peek. So when you open it up, then you have your little pocket, and I have my little stamping. I've done a backed paint chip with some coffee dye paper, and you can journal on that, and I cut that part out so you can see through it. Here is one of her really pretty pages, very vintagey, and the name of, I named this journal For the Love of Coffee, and I thought that was cute because a lot of these pages are maybe a new romance is budding, and maybe they got to know each other over a cup of coffee. This one is the Orange Summer by Ellie from Ellsiebels bookshelf. And so what I did is I would back, Luise would back her pages with some of those. Did like a little die cut there. You can journal on the back of that. And then this is a Rita Donnelly flip. This is a little chunky, but gobs of space to do your journaling. I've got lots of space in there. You can see here extra papers and tags that I made. Got my little pom-pom trim there. This flips out. Here's a cute little card, journal card there. I love it. It's got that little owl sitting on a coffee cup. I edged the pages with the little punches. I did stenciling. I love this, is one of my favorites in her kit. I love that little nice rich cup of coffee, and then it's got a pretty little coffee beans in the back. Pretty plant. And I have a little stamp there, made a pocket out of that, and have a little journaling space there, extra paper, and I did a little embossing. It reminded me of the steam that floats up from a good hot cup of coffee. I love coffee, and it's like my favorite time of the day is like in the morning with my first sips of the day, those first few sips. So this just opens up for extra space, and I attached a little envelope back there too. So that's what that is. And I have some little fun fibers and trims. All you need is love and a really good cup of coffee, and that's a little belly band there for this little journal card. But first coffee, and then some little coffee beans. Put a picture there. And this, I love this. It's like, I don't know, you'll know why. When I see her, there was a stamp that I definitely wanted to use, and it's the house mouse stamps. And it's almost like she's hearing something in her walls. And and you'll see in just a second. I cut up one of her pages, and this is like the different types of coffees. If you were to go into a coffee shop. I think she hears these little guys. They've gotten into some coffee, and they're bouncing off the walls. I just love that. They got into the bag, and they've gotten into some beans there, so they're kind of being crazy, and I think she hears them in the walls. That's what I think of when I see her there. And then I fussy cut that butterfly. That was from her pages as well. And I just had this draped over, but that's just a little pop of fun in there. I've been wanting to use that stamp. I couldn't wait to use that stamp. I've had it for a long time. And this is a fussy cut from her pages, and there's some extra paper. I did stenciling, but you can write. I've got a little coffee cup here. Ways to win my heart. 1, buy me coffee. 2, make me coffee. 3, be coffee. And I thought that was a cute little quote. That's absolutely how I feel in the mornings, for sure. That's my cover. It's got a little plant and little roses and butterflies. Just love her little look. Looking off into the distance. There's a little couple. Did a little napkin decoupage there with some butterflies. Little lined sun tag there. This flips up for journaling. I love that coffee stain there. The coffee just helps ease you into, a nice hot cup of coffee just eases you into the day. This is from a little tag from the Crafty Critters Plain Ephemera pack, and I just love that. So I included, they had the warm natural colors and some of the colors that I was going to pull out of this kit. So it just worked perfectly. A little pocket with a journal card there. Lace, and I doubled that doily there, and look at that pretty image. Coffee planters. Probably says manufacturing or something. Anyway, it's really pretty. Love that image. Added my pattern papers, so you have all this journaling space. Here's another tag from the Crafty Critters Plain Ephemera pack. That's a fun pack. I made a little took a guest check here and did this. So roses are red, mornings are hard. I suck at poetry. Coffee. I just thought that was fun. I got a little, all I need is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus, and that's pretty much true. I've got that front and back hanging off the string of the signature. That's a pretty picture of a coffee grinder, I guess. It's got a lot of fun elements all around. Pretty, a little bit of teal, the earthy tones, browns, and some burgundy, pretty burgundy colors. Did a little stenciling, stamping, all that journaling. That little couple, they look like they're in love. It's on the front cover. This was just went so well with it. It was from another designer, but it just went really pretty with it, so I popped it in there. That's from TLC Creates. And here I just tucked in my little coffee cup. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons, quote by T.S. Eliot. So that's a little journaling. And then this is, a day without coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea. So more journaling space there. And then I've tied a little bow up here where I've added some extra coffee dye papers for some little extra journaling space. I stamped a spoon and some coffee beans on that. This is a little Rita Donnelly flip there, and here is, I think this is like how you would make a mini Americano, and it tells you how to make the espresso and what makes the drinks what they are, you know, what makes them different. So it's really interesting. I just looked up some different little things like that. Here's some extra, here's like a little tag booklet there, and I've got a coffee cup on that, and then there's that one again. So you can journal on that, and then Doppio, a double shot of espresso. I could probably actually, you know, I don't think I've ever had espresso. I should actually try that, shouldn't I? And I actually feel like I could use a Doppio of espresso right now. I didn't sleep very well last night, and I've been super busy today. And then here's another one of her little tags that come from the Crafty Critters Plain Ephemera pack. She's got a lot of Crafty Critters digital designs that you can look up. She just did a whole big massive output there, and this was just a small piece of it, but I just love the colors. They work great with the pattern papers that I was using. That's another beautiful image from her coffee pages. Here I stamped out recipes. What I did in here is I have a little extra place here for a recipe. If you want to do some coffee recipes, you can kind of jot them down or do some journaling in that. I'm not going to put that back in. It might be a little snug, but it does fit. And here's a recipe for white chocolate mocha. I might want to try that. So that, and I tucked that in my little coffee cup. So that looks really good, like for a dessert kind of coffee. To me, the smell of fresh made coffee is one of the greatest inventions. And that's by Hugh Jackman. So he's right on the money on that. That's a little booklet I made. This was from Artie Mays. It was a bee ticket, and I just thought, you know, the bees are important for us to make sure we have many things, but also to have our coffee. And then I shrunk that down and made a little booklet out of that. This was a lot of fun. I just enjoyed pulling the colors out, and those warm, you know, golden brown colors, earthy colors. And I do love coffee. Here's like a little coffee paper clip, and here's one of those fun little tags from her kit. I like how, like I say, just how earthy and organic that is. And I have some trim here. It's kind of a various shades of brown, and I just thought that looked nice with that. And here's a journal card I made and some extra paper. So lots of fun little places there to journal. I've got that trim in my shop also. Let's see if I got that on good. Nah, I think I missed it. Hold on. Oh, we'll be here all day. Okay, and then I'm getting close to the end. I've got Want to Hear a Joke. I stamped that out. Want to Hear a Joke? Decaf. That is a joke. That is a joke. I have to have the fully caffeinated. So there you have it. And then I've got a little stamping there, and I love that little owl. And she's got bees on her papers there as well. I've signed it, Handmade by Laura 2020, the papered sole. There's the back again. And there is my coffee journal. And this says, Cappuccino Italiano is a single or a double espresso shot topped with equal parts steamed and frothed milk. So the ratio is 1 to 1 to 1. So I just thought that was interesting. I didn't know that. So anyway, this was a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoyed just kind of pulling this thing together and pulling these colors out. This was one of them that, you know, they all kind of surprise you because you never know what they're going to end up looking like. You got it in your mind, but you know, you don't get the total picture until you get it completely done. So I was really tickled how this came out. Feels good in your hand, and it's a great size. This is going to be for sale in my Etsy shop, and I'll put the information below in the description. If you are new to seeing a video of mine, welcome to the Papered Soul here on YouTube and to my channel. And make sure you like, if you like it, my video, and subscribe for any other videos that I might be putting out. And yeah, so I hope everyone has a great weekend, and thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.